we see a couple of actually positive things coming from a decline in the working age population. So the first one is a greater share of the economy going to consumption, to labor, rising wages, which will help Beijing as it tries to transition towards a more consumer demand-driven economy. At the same time, rising wages will push automation, shrinking labor force, again, is going to push for more automation and raise productivity on that front. As well, the human capital entering the workforce is much more highly educated than that leaving it. So those coming in, it's high schools, degrees, masters, PhDs, those going out, barely high school educated. And then a final factor is that it will enable Beijing to push for a much more slower, sustainable growth, and rather than going for these really aggressive job creation targets. So there are a number of positives that I think China can take away from this and look for as it tries to transition to structurally slower but more sustainable growth.
Sure, but how much would this policy change right now from a timing perspective help at a time when, of course, as part of just the modern way of living, couples are working and dabbling work with home responsibilities, and also the Politburo statement does recognize structural issues that are lowering the fertility rate. So, does it really move the needle? Even if you're looking at it from a long-term perspective, is the timing wrong?
Right. This policy alone in itself does not move the needle, but as you say, the Politburo does recognize these structural issues, and I think that's very positive. A lot of the sort of the headline takeaways that moving the number itself doesn't make a big difference, but the recognition of those structural underlying issues that we've been talking about, the childcare costs, education costs, cost of housing, is positive and a sign that Beijing will attempt to undertake some more difficult structural reform. Though whether that is effective remains to be seen.